We return to the world of Sega's first home console, the SG-1000, and this time we're taking a look at Safari Race. There's a good reason for this. The title screen and the box art heavily feature a Lancia Stratos, and if you know anything about Group B Rally, then it's that the Lancia Stratos is cool as f***, mate. Sega and the Lancia Stratos actually have some history, as it would feature heavily in the later Sega Rally franchise, first as an unlockable in the original game, and then featured front and centre on the box art for Sega Rally 2, and then featured again in Sega Rally 2007 as a Masters class car. But anyway, enough Stratos talk. Safari Race might just be the earliest video game adaptation of an off-road endurance race like the Dakar Rally and Baja 1000. The idea is to make it to the end of the section before you run out of time or fuel. Time is strict. You're only allowed 5 minutes per 1,000 kilometers. Fuel is a different story, as petrol pumps can be found intermittently along the sides of the tracks. You'll want to stop at every single pump because missing one will likely mean you run out of fuel, but sometimes you can just crawl your way to it in the nick of time. There's very little to the handling. You have a simple 2-speed gearbox and a brake, which you'll only really need to use for tight corners. There are plenty of obstacles to hit to make things a little bit more challenging, with other drivers, rocks and wildlife all appearing on the track. However, you rarely need to brake to avoid them, and it's normally a simple case of just moving to avoid them. For a game this simple, Safari Race does a pretty decent job of keeping you engaged, even if the core mechanics never really change much from stage to stage. You never get any new obstacles to avoid, and the tracks are very samey, with only some light changes to the colour palette after each section. The thing that really lets the side down is its music. To be honest, the only small looping tune that features doesn't really deserve to be called music, and the gimmick with it is that it plays back faster or slower depending on how fast you're going. It's fun for all of about 10 seconds before it quickly becomes very annoying. And that's Safari Race! It's notable for being such an early Sega racer and adapting off-road endurance races so early in the life of video games, but outside of its inclusion of a Lancia Stratos, there isn't really anything notable here.